What's up, my beautiful people? Today is March 12th, and here is your daily energy report. We're on the eve of this new moon in Pisces. It's going to be exact like 11:57 p.m. ish Pacific time. So we're really like we're coming from the dark moon into this new awareness, this new understanding. And now this new understanding, this new awareness is actually very positive, right? There's a lot of supportive energy for healing, for deep heart-centered experiences, vulnerability, growth, right? But on the flip side of that, if we are stuck in our shadow or our ego, and being stuck in and now, okay, so ego is not good or bad. Okay, that's something we subjectively interpret and put into that. Ego is just how we individuate ourselves, right? But when we get stuck in the shadow version or the low vibration version of our ego, which means that we're not open to receiving, we're not open to learning, we're not open to growing. We want to be right as opposed to being open. That's the big difference right there. All right. How do you know if you're stuck in that place? Well, if you're getting triggered all the time and you're like, no, fuck them, fuck that, fuck this, I'm right, they're wrong, they're a piece of shit, blah, 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 then that is when you know you're stuck in your shadow version of your ego. We don't want to be in that place. Nobody does. Okay. Nobody likes an asshole. but with these energies is very, very powerful, right? So this is a really important time again to be the conscious observer. Now, Pisces, Neptune, Venus, the sun and the moon, all together. This is really looking at how we receive. And sometimes, especially with men, all right, with men with this, men have been conditioned through society to, suck it up, to not cry, to not be vulnerable, to not be emotional. Now that is changing. Okay. We're seeing a lot of men coming out and, and being real men. And when I say real men, I mean digging into their heart and being honest with themselves. Right. But this is really an opportune time to have some serious breakthroughs. We just have to make sure that we're honest with ourselves and that we're allowing ourselves to see where the blockage is from receiving. A lot of men and a lot of very like alpha women too have a difficult time receiving because we've been through this process, this experience, right? We go through trauma and we've had to do it on our own. We've had to compensate and we've had to just suck it up and be tough, right? When you got to be tough for a long time, you get in that place where it's like, like a lot of women out there are playing the role of the man and the woman, the mother and the father, right? I got to work, 60 hours a week and I got to take care of my kids and I got to stay in shape and I got to do the, it's like doing the job for 10 people. Life is not meant to be that way. So it's overwhelming. So a lot of us are sitting in this perpetually overwhelmed state, and that state, it creates burnout and it creates like, these tunnel visions, these compensatory properties of our consciousness. So if you're in that state, wherever you're at, okay, like ask yourself, like, am I in the place that I really want to be? How can I receive more? How can I receive more efficient? How do I surrender? How do I allow this mutable energy to pull me, to allow myself to be pulled magnetically into this new place and not try to control it? So I'll tell you what, once the sun and then of course Venus moves into Aries, it's go time, baby. Like the end of this month is all about like, all right, we're shifting, we're changing, but now we want to move forward, right? It was, the last couple of weeks, it was very fixed, tunnel vision, gotta figure it out, gotta figure it out. Now it's like, oh wait, shit, maybe I don't know what I don't know. Or maybe I thought I knew what I knew, but now I don't know what I knew, and now I don't know what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like things are changing, things are like awarenesses are coming up, understandings are shifting and metamorphosizing. And as these new understandings are happening, it's allowing us to be able to open up our heart, to be able to, to magnetize what we really want. I'll tell you right now, the universe right now is sending us what we need. It's sending us what we need in every way. We just have to tune the dial of our consciousness, of our thoughts, of our mind to the place where that provides that guidance. So it's up to us to be tuned in to the frequency of the guidance. It could be sitting right in front of our face, and literally all the answers to all the questions we have or everything that we want are sitting right in front of our face right now, guys. That's the one beautiful thing about the Pisces energy. It's mutable, but it's there, it's everywhere. It's the formless, it's the shapeless, it's the feeling that you just experience through your proprioception, right? So when you tune into that and you trust that, the trusting is a big part, because when you trust it and you trust your heart, and this is exactly why, when you listen to other people, when you allow others, experiences, whether it be media or friends or associates or just people talking shit, right? They're all coming from their subjective perspective. So they have their own experience of whatever's going on. That's not you. That's why I fucking hate gossip. I hate people that talk shit, right? Because when people talk shit, they're coming from their own trigger. So they're basically sharing their trigger with you and say, hey, this is how I feel from my subjective experience from this person or this thing. And I'm going to share my trigger with you and make you triggered so that you can feel the same way about this person that you've never met. It's bullshit. That's low vibration shit. Stay away from that. Okay. The truth of your relationship with someone, something, some ideas, whatever, comes from here. It comes from inside, not out there. So take a look at that. Okay. See how this is all about assessing, breaking down, and identifying how, where, why, and when we receive. And being able to really break it down, and almost like an energetic surgeon, breaking it down into its most fundamental components and understanding those components so that we can bring it back together in a way that's more efficient for us so that we can receive. And this process is the process of creating stronger emotional boundaries. Okay. So a lot of emotional shit coming up, and there's going to be even more coming up here in the next few weeks. So the Pisces new moon is opening us up to this new place. So just be ready, okay? Be the conscious observer and sit in that place and really check yourself. Like, this is the time where we really, because the energy is moving so fast, we need to take the time to check ourselves. If we're not checking ourselves, we could go down a fucking rabbit hole that we don't want to go down and learn another lesson that we didn't really need to learn if we just slowed ourselves down. Don't get caught up in, like, sometimes this energy can just like pull you in, right? It's like, whoa. And then you're just suddenly now like lost in all this shit. And you're like, how the fuck did I get here? Right? Pardon the language. Sorry, not sorry. That's just me being me. So watch out for the rabbit holes, because that's the other side of Pisces. It can go into illusion and delusion and like, it can get a bit like escapist and fuck that. I don't want to deal with it. This is stupid. I want to be right. I just want to be safe and fun, and I want to feel fluffy. I want to feel fluff, right? I want to feel happy and nice. Just want to ignore it. You ignore it, and it ain't gonna go away. It's just gonna come up deeper, because especially with this energy, this is bringing up stuff in layers and chunks, and it's excavating. Okay, so do that work, make it happen, and keep doing the damn thing. Everything else is really kind of the same. We're over the halfway mark now in the nodal axis, which is pretty exciting. I find that whenever we get past the hump of the halfway point, that's when when the nodes are in a particular sign, whenever they get past the halfway point, that's when things start to feel more flowy, more easy. That's when it almost feels like the north node is pulling us forward in each direction. The first half is more like climbing up the hill, learning this new way of going into destiny, trying to figure it out. The second half is like, okay, I'm up there. All right, now I can just sort of jog along. I have my pace. I'm just going, making it work, right? Yeah. So go with it, and stick to what your creative vibes, your creative energy, your creative flow, and keep going. There's still a lot of unknowns out there, but things are coming together in their divine way. It may not make total sense right now, but it will soon, I promise you. All right. Have faith, have patience, and trust your heart. Okay. I love you all very much. If you would like a reading from me, please go to spiritualbodybuilder.com. Guess the vibration of this background and win a free reading with me. So far, no one has gotten it yet. And download my free ebook, Decrypting the Language of the Human Body. All right. And for my OC fam, I'll see y'all today. And I love y'all very much. And I'm so grateful for my opportunity community family. And I love you too. And if you know someone that might resonate with this message, please send them this video because, of course, it helps. And we're all here to help to wake people up and heal the world. All right. Have a wonderful day. Aho.